can't count. Is that 6
He
seconds?
said 2, 4.
I was counting in my head and I was looking down at the timer and that just didn't
Ladies
correlate
and gentlemen,
at all.
your co-host, your host Dev cannot count.
I know I can't count. I'm black.
I can count.
That's I'm
I
about to
can
say
count better
rocks.
than somebody with a six-figure job.
Ooh,
Ooh.
spicy.
Oh yeah.
But
I'm a spicy black woman.
Anyway, we are now live. So, Jay, go ahead and take off with your topic.
welcome to the gang, everybody. Randomness with the gang. You know the vibe here. It is what it is with the energy. Welcome back to another podcast. All right, so this man Dev hit me with go ahead and taking it off. So
Pause.
recently there. Okay, we're really doing that, ladies and gentlemen. So there's gonna be a lot of suspect noise in this. So I ain't gonna say a lot.
Suspect
It's probably gonna be
noise. Ain't nobody making no noise.
moments. I said moments.
I
Now
was about
don't
to
play
say,
with me.
I
I mean,
ain't
I
make.
might.
I mean, you're a
What?
girl.
I can't make no promises.
You're a girl.
That's sexist.
I'm a woman.
I'm a-
Okay.
It's just a gender identifying thing. I'm just identifying you by your gender.
I'm an adult though.
You are
so
a
I'm a
girl.
woman.
You are a woman. You are a female. It all mean the same.
Okay,
thing.
that is cancel culture right there.
I
That's what
identify
we
as
have to-
female. I identify as female.
And I identify as a
Okay.
My
wombat.
pronouns are she,
It
her.
and they.
Fry, and me.
Her pride.
I am
What?
not going there. I
But,
am not going there.
Dicey, go ahead and continue on with your topic.
Okay. Now back to it. Podcast that we were supposed to do, I believe that was what, August 26th. Did not fall through. Unfortunately, we had some things come up. But there is a topic that we're going to talk about that came about that situation that came up, and that is being punctual. I know we talked about this one the last time before, but this, let's say that we have some experiences with people that would talk the talk but would not walk to walk. And Dev, Rox, I want y'all opinion on this about what y'all think about someone being punctual, especially if they say that they're going to do something and they come to the day and they don't do it. What is your opinion on this?
You go
A
ahead,
little
Rox.
unprofessional. Oh, I was gonna go ahead anyway. But to me, it comes off as a little unprofessional and then unreliable. If you're saying, you are going to do this thing on this day, and then when that date comes, you don't do what you said you were going to do, that makes you look unreliable.
Okay.
And then it also makes it look like you didn't really fully care about whatever was happening on that date. And coming for somebody who this has happened to before, I've done this myself, completely by mistake. It also makes it seem like you're disorganized. And I'll admit, I'll tell myself I am very disorganized actually. So a planner does help. Calendar on my wall next to my door does help. So at the end of the day, I cross off that day, and when I wake up and look at the calendar, I'm on the right day. And also taking time out of the week, like a specific day is dedicated to organizing my schedule for the next upcoming week.
Okay, I can respect that. Dev, what's your opinion on this?
Hey, bro. If you try to make plans and then all of a sudden you switch up out the blue, be like, oh yeah, I'm doing this because like I kind of double booked or whatever. Like you just lame. Like, how do you overbook yourself on things that you're supposed to do? Now I understand like if there was events ahead of time that you planned, and of course like you thought you can maybe throw it in, but it's the fact that you do it multiple times. At some point, it's just like out the window. Then it's like, bro, like, why are you even doing that for? Seriously. But in all honesty, it's like, yeah, like Rock said, like you're just unorganized. You showing that you really don't care, and you think things supposed to go your way, and it's not going to go to your way.
I can totally agree with that. Cause like I said, one thing I didn't like is the fact of that when we talk about the topic of being punctual, I'm one of those people. if I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna mean what I say. I'm not one of those like I'm gonna criticize this and that, this and that, this and that. No, no, no. I'm one of those people who look at things realistically. I can understand flexibility and all that stuff, but one thing we gotta cut out, and I gotta say it like it is, black people time. Like we gotta cut that. If something starts at like let's say 3 o'clock, bro, there's no reason to be showing up at 5 o'clock. Like by that time, what if the thing is? We are not shooting shots here, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Like-
And then he can't even take it. He's over there choking,
Nah,
taking it like a bitch.
I'm talking about you.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I am one.
Wasn't we supposed to leave for Atlanta at 7, but we left at 10?
Okay, so with this, let me explain what happened. I was trying to get as much money as I could, but granted, I should not have been working Thursday night. Because when I got home, it was late, like I thought it was going to be. And then I was tired, and then had to finish like washing clothes, and then I had to go to the bank too. And I prefer to actually go to the teller and actually hand them the check and everything. And that's how I deposit my money. Because I have choked out a few ATMs.
How you choke out an ATM
So I had to
machine?
go do that. Man, I'll tell you. And usually they refund you if the correct amount is missing. If you say, hey, sorry, the ATM wasn't working, took my money, and this amount was missing, and they count it, and they do the claim and everything, you can get that back. But that aside, yeah, I shouldn't have worked that night. That was my fault. And then trying to do last minute packing, and I still forgot important stuff. So yeah, sorry, we got there a little late, but did we not have a good time?
Yeah, that we did.
Okay,
Make
Mr.
memories.
Dev, I have to throw you under the bus too because you can't talk. You run on CBT timing, bro. You already know about CB. Yeah, color people timing, black people timing. You know exactly what I'm trying to say. Like, you run on that type of timing too. But it's not as bad when it comes down to like I'm one of those people. If you are running late, it's all about communication. You tell me, hey, I won't be able to be here exactly on this time because like I got something coming up and all that, then I can understand. Like, well, if you have to cancel, but don't tell me you're gonna do something and then you don't do it. Like that just makes me lose faith in you. And by all means, by that, take accountability and consequences that come with that. Like you got to take accountability and consequences that come with that. And if you get upset by that, by all means, you have to think whose fault was it? Because being patient can only go for so long.
Yeah, we know a couple people like that. They say they're gonna be there, and we already know for a fact that they will not show up. So we don't even give them high hopes no more. It's like, look, if you show up, you actually surprised us.
That's honestly what my job stopped doing. They stopped calling me, and they know I'm about to be 30 minutes late because I just can't wake up at like 4 or 5 in the morning. I'm surprised it's hard to get fired from that job.
That's
You
see,
can
there's
edit
a-
that out later.
Like there's a difference between waking up at 4 or 5 in the morning and being late. Because unless it's a regular schedule, that's different. But if everyone sets a time and said this is what time we're gonna be here, like how hard is it to follow like something that's set in stone?
Especially when it's planned out days in advance or weeks in advance.
I'm about to say weeks in advance, not
But
even days.
Like the last
And it gets
podcast we supposed to do.
discussed or constant reminders.
Yeah, like the last podcast we was gonna do. Like, bruh, like we went out like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, and reminded all the way up to the day of.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, come on now. It's like you knew about this.
Mhm.